Petty off the side, wanting to take this one down. Can he find the damage? 4-0 for Flash Wolves. They remain undefeated.
以往的比赛我都是打得很龟缩，然后就是不好。因为那时候我自己也觉得我肯定是比不过那些 AD 的，所以今年我就是做出让自己可以打得更凶，然后更激进、更加认真的练习。
The shots come in, Reckless has so much damage. The shot comes in, he gets the crit.
우승팀이 이제 세체 바텀, 세체 탑, 세체 미드 이런 타이틀을 갖기 때문에 꼭 이번 토너먼트에서 이겨서 이제 그런 타이틀을 얻고 싶긴 하죠.
I think Uzi is the best AD carry at this tournament. I think Uzi is just really aware of what he can do in every moment.
Devoured from Vic by so much time.
Uzi
taken out. That might just be game.
If we have a chance to play against him again, I would like to show that I can contest for the best AD carry at this tournament.
Ole tries to hobble away from this one, but the pillar will provide the quadra kill for Reckless.
Khi những nhà vô địch của số đội xuất hiện thì mình thấy là mùa này AD Reckless rất là mạnh。
我其实觉得大家的实力真的确实都是特别的差不多。
I think the best ADs from every region came, and I'm definitely doing a pretty big disservice to all 9 other NLCS ADs right now.
Give this Drake away for free. Broxa is taken very low, but Doublelift is caught out and beaten down. Flashes and can't get himself away.
I think to win the rest of the games, I just need to step up and just play to the level that I was and not care about who we're up against.
Welcome to Berlin, Germany for day 3 of the MSI group stage. The race for the semifinals is heating up as the undefeated Flash Wolves look to defend their spot against the challengers below.
Hyped to see the Nocturne. I would assume that he'll do the lethal tempo again. But this champion is such a feast or famine champion in competitive play because you want to build full damage so that you can pick people off in the side lanes, if everyone is split off and stuff. And you can also use the ultimate to deny vision for coordinating those team fights. Since RNG has so much more AoE, it will be easier for them to actually dissect Team Liquid.
But isn't it interesting that we do see Impact return to chat lane just from having the early harass? This binding accuracy is just perfect. Doublelift gets first blood in the bottom lane. Just too easy. That was 4 or 5 bindings in a row that we caught. The last one just enough. They get the chain CC. And what a confidence booster for Ole in particular, but specifically the Team Liquid bot lane.
Again, that is going to be so big for the mentality of this team. This is a 0-4, first place North American representative at this tournament, and getting some early momentum for themselves could give them a lot more confidence as far as the mid-game shot calling. This is going to be as well be an Infernal Drake, so any power in the bottom lane is going to have...
This looks so easy, Kobe.
Yeah, I mean, the bindings that Ole throws out here as he's walking up, kind of the sleight of hand here. Yep. Look to the left, throw the binding out as you're passing by.
It's the synergy as well, though, because Doublelift last hits the minion as the binding's coming. To the Infernal Drake, again, things starting to come together, largely from Impact, fully fulfilling his
Predator is ready for Smithy.
Flash away from Uzi straight away, but there's the suppression. Teleport coming in from Let Me to try and counteract this. Zhao Hu's going to draw one out as well already. They've got one though. Ming able to get underneath the tower. There's Let Me. Impact gets him. Zhao Hu now in a 2v5 with Let Me. Impact tanking up the tower, but here's the Hemoplate from Bobelta. And Team Liquid are turning it around on day 3. They're winning these early skirmishes. They're getting the kills they want. But MLXG is trying to turn it back around for RNG. A lot of damage from the Paddle Star. MLXG not going to be able to get onto that back line.
Oh yeah, he was looking for a Q to finish off Bobelter, and added dive of the Vladimir in the 1v2 there under the turret seemed like I was getting a little antsy. You know, that was a little bit extra on the end. They do get out, but does mean that RNG now, you know, they have the health lead, and they're trying to look for somebody sticking around.
The blue buff stops it. That was very close to hitting him, but Xiaohu does steal away the blue in the end. Great start here for Team Liquid, though. 1,600 gold ahead, 3 kills, an Infernal as well, and making plays like this.
And it's all on the bot side of the map. RNG should have known he was here. They just took the Infernal.
Yeah.
Pops the Predator, walks in. Been surprised Luzi died so instantly, but he went down. Do notice that when Vladimir finally joins, there's no minion wave, and no one can follow after the Hemoplague went down.
Yeah, a lot of damage was already sustained from Impact. He went under the turret to grab the extra kill, and then they're cornered a little bit here, but because everyone survives, and they have the vision control, they're able to get right out. Another visit!
Once again, down in that bottom lane, the stun lock is perfect on Ming, and Team Liquid get their 4th kill.
Great punishment here from Team Liquid, and then North American fans begin to dare to hope a bit.
In with the Predator, Gleaming Crow, and Featherstorm used there from Uzi. Not really too much burn at all from Team Liquid. Impact caught off towards the bottom side of the map. Can flash, but the flash chase from both members of RNG. Ming here as well. The knockup connects, and RNG do find the pick they've been looking for.
Definitely a big pick for RNG. They had just lost a lot of cooldowns for their ultimates, so that buys them a lot of time. Definitely a very good one.
Letme does have teleport if he wants to get across there.
He has the ultimate split push. There's Banner and also the pushing ability that Tiamat upgraded. Here we go.
Oh, that's the dead Zoe, but the Infernal Drake does go to RNG.
And Team Liquid want to chase them and disallow them from answering Impact right now. That Infernal Drake, they were able to get off the map, but it's at the cost of a top turret. And the kill onto Xiaohu means there's even more map presence from Team Liquid right now. They could push on mid, but they actually spread out here because bottom lane was pushing and sent double lift to grab those minions instead. So maybe it will just stay at the cost of that one single turret.
It's such a long...
He's so low as well. Teleport's going to come in straight away. That's the paranoia as well. Popper and LXG. Ole is in the wrong position, and RNG find the team fight. They want a double charm on the back line as well. And RNG have found the perfect opportunity to collapse on Team Liquid. Pole Belter goes golden, but he goes back to Fountain. The sleeps landed on Xmithy as well, and Team Liquid have to run away.
Team Liquid linger on the Baron for too long. They don't have tanks to tank it down. It's only Impact in the bot side. Now the Baron's going to be started by RNG. What's the response going to be?
Well, they're headed right around. Smithy's extremely low, but Impact and Double Lift want to try and stop them.
If this is the moment to prove you're a superstar, this is the moment for Double Lift to step up to the plate. He's 3 items on the Caitlyn. The Baron's low. RNG still on it though. Xmithy could steal across the wall with the blast cone. He's going to jump in. And Xmithy gets it. And Team Liquid are able to get out as well. Impact survives. Double Lift survives. And Team Liquid survive in this game.
Are you kidding me? My heart drops to the floor. And Smithy picks it up. Once again, the Baron steal from Smithy. He just always seems to get these. Brings me back to MSI in China 2 years ago.
Happy memories, Kobe.
But he's able to control the objectives.
All right, we're bouncing now. We bouncing.
We're bouncing now.
All right.
Smithy, though, in the end, I don't know why that was such an early smite from MLXG to actually get it down to 200 HP. We'll see here. Maybe it's miscommunication about burst damage. But if you look at it, there's a very early smite, and then Smithy takes the blast cone.
They have no ability to cancel out the vision, ward around the back. We're watching it here. That smite is pretty damn early. It's almost too easy. 220 health.
For Team Liquid.
And we saw that if your setup's not perfect, you don't have a tank tanking up the Baron. You fall low, you make some mistakes. It looked like it was going to be a straightforward Baron passover to RNG, but they end up with it regardless. Breaking the base with this buff, and how strong Caitlyn is. She even has the insurance on the Mercurial Scimitar already.
Ming's going to engage straight on towards Xmithy. He's called out, he's locked down as well. Here's the call of the Forge God, looking for connection onto Double, and Featherstorm comes out as well through the Stand United. He will get 2, but he goes down in the air. Now it's on Popelta, the Hemo play from the side. That is a very dead Uzi. Letme has to run for the wins here, has the blast cone to knock himself into the pit, and Team Liquid will settle with 3 kills.
Well, it looks like they're still chasing a bit here. Ole wraps around.
Doesn't want the Letme to get a back off here. Just going to trade his time for Letme's.
Impact's actually teleported up towards the top lane as well here to try and push towards this inhibitor tower.
Going to be able to do a lot of damage with this bannered up Baron-empowered cannon minion at his back as well. Impact definitely going to be able to check that he's still there.
Their vision's based on
MSG,
movement.
are you okay?
Vision's based on movement. If you stay still, they can't see you.
He's moving.
It's like horses in real life.
I mean, Team Liquid can see him now as well because he's walking
Maybe he should have just not.
Should have just stayed still for it. Oh, Team Liquid going to start up the Baron here, and it looks like RNG are giving it up. They're going down towards the bottom lane.
Yeah, for sure. This has got to be the Baron for Team Liquid, and it has also got to be pushed inside. They're going for Impact.
Call of the Forge God was used, but the Brittle stops the channel. Impact down in that bottom lane is getting caught out by all 4 members of RNG. The flash at the end will fall, but Team Liquid are just going to try and force down mid.
Again, it's still going to be a 4-on-4 because still 25 seconds left on MLXG's respawn as well, and the Baron Siege is still going to go through, even though RNG were able to pick off Impact.
They had to use Orno and Rakano. They have no CC left, so it's going to be rolling through the mid lane. They'll get a second inhibitor top, maybe even up to the end.
Finn gets pulled in, but QSS is it straight away, keeping himself alive. The Hemo Plague, not quite enough. Oh, it is! Just enough from Pobauta.
And because MLXG is coming back up, Team Liquid actually reset before sticking around for the second hit off here.
He jumps in, lands the stun there onto Xiaohu, but it's not quite enough. But Team Liquid very healthy here, and Double Lift is still getting the Nexus towers down. Team Liquid so close to the win, the binder connects, and once again, Double Lift takes down his opposite man.
Looking to clean up the rest of these kills. Team Liquid, they've done it.
One Nexus Tower between them and the win here. One Nexus Tower between them and their first win at an international tournament. Their first win at MSI. The hope is alive as Team Liquid take down RNG.
As you can see, though, when they take off the headsets, all business. They know they got themselves into a bit of a hole as far as the tournament is concerned, but they still have possibility of getting out.
And
this is the first step.
And my favorite thing about my prep for this tournament was I thought we had multiple teams where if they got a lead in the early game, they could
shred, and has to be something to worry about early on. Olaf, especially if you go for invades, should be able to dictate jungle pathing.
And eventually end up with the Azir. Now, if it was a mid lane Scion, we know the interaction of Rush, Banner of Command, and make Azir's life hell because he can't even use the soldiers to try to clear that minion. Wait and see what the decision is here. They go for the Vladimir, still pretty flexible stuff. First thought is Vladimir mid lane, but who knows? So has certainly played that in the top lane before.
Yeah, so is such a veteran on that champion as well, very comfortable on it. We have until that 20-second mark for Fnatic to decide where they're going to put these two. And it is a much slower composition from Fnatic. They are definitely playing this delay the game, stall out EVOS and stop them from... It's a Xayah against Fnatic, and it's a Xayah that is dead at level 1.
What a crazy, successful early game here from Fnatic. This is insane. It takes away so much possible, plays from EVOS. Like, if you take away the red from Olaf, you delay, his experience as well gathering up, then the bottom lane is also ahead. This completely changes the way this game is going to play out.
It's all about preparation. They had done a lot of prep to see the ward patterns at level 1. It means they could get through unseen. Even though Olaf knew his red was down, they didn't put 2 and 2 together to know that Brox could come for this gank. And right at the end, just after the replay ends, Reckless can even start to get...
Play up. No reaction yet from Warzone. He can't come back down and join his team. Slay knocked up with the axe. Broxer takes him out with the club.
No commitment phobia for Soaz, going for a dive under the secondary turret 7 minutes into the game.
While that is happening, because they committed teleport bottom, topside push there for Stark. He's on the turret into the items yet. You need the, the Sheen proc to be able to actually have big chunks. That's a reason why Fnatic picked Scion here. He's able to soak so much. They're still sending all resources down here, though. Yijin might be able to add the extra DPS.
Running in with the Predator. There's a Hectic Ultimatum as well. So as just face plants into the baby cage. He will fall. And first kill for EVOS.
All right, multiple people with the AoE. EVOS have to be very, very wary about where his position is and watch the flanks. If Caps flanks into the backline, he can destroy you.
That's exactly what he's trying to do here. Has popped the Ghost, trying to chase on towards 1OP, and...
Oh, baby!
Flashes in the Hemo Plague, but Caps are off because he falls underneath the tower.
He does not respect the Rakan crowd control. Ron OP with the quick reflexes immediately activates his ult, and there's no pool from Caps. He's not able to survive under the turret. Gets so aggressive with how much power he felt he had just gotten. You complete your death cap, you're ready to use it. Both summoners blown, but immediately
that ultimate won't be able to dive and charm up that backline. Baron down to 4,000 now. Look at Caps in the front. He's trying to keep 1OP and Slay away from the fight, but Yijin's going in. Has the blast going around towards the side. The engage on towards 1OP. That's one down, but Yijin can still re-engage this with the blast cone if he can get there. Hylissang stands in the way. The damage on Brox is so low. They get the Baron. Yijin unable to get in the pit.
Actually failed the flash.
Now it goes in. That's not where you want to be at all, Yijin.
You know that saying, better late than never?
I think that one doesn't apply here.
Doesn't apply here. Stark, though, got some work done. Split push on the bottom side. Eventually, because of the delay work that the rest of EVOS was able to do, he finishes off the inhibitor, so there was a lot.
His magic resist.
All right, Stark, see if we can get out of this one.
Unstoppable Onslaught will hit on towards him. There's the Glacial Fissure as well. Reckless waiting in the wings. Trundle on his way. And Stark not in the best of shape, but another hook shot will get him away. Soaz misses the roar.
Great escape.
Stark with a great escape here. Reckless, though, gets the Iceborne Gauntlet slow. Eventually, he'll fall. What are EVOS doing on the rest of the map?
Pushing on the top side is the Azir, but the inhibitor's already down, trying to take mid laner, but the teleport will come through. They wasted a lot of time, but although getting...
It's a 2v5. Unstoppable Onslaught from Soaz. Fnatic need this because Stark's already on the inhibitor in that bottom lane. Here comes the rest of EVOS. The Baron down, the charm comes out, but Caps on, flares up. Caps gets the kill on 1OP. Inhibitor falls, the Baron goes down to Fnatic. They need to get back though because Stark is looking for the end.
Yeah, Baron empowered recalls just in time. That's going to put a stop to the split push, and now Fnatic with a huge victory there are going to be able to go on the offensive.
And it was off clear shot calling around the Baron. They stopped it at just around 3,000 health. They looked for the turn pick, they killed 1OP, then they went back on the Baron, focusing Olaf as they went. It was about as clean as could be given the scenario. Desperately needed the Baron buff recalls, getting them there to stop any more hijinks, and this time the inhibitor trade, it's not quite the same.
Not at all, but still, EVOS were able to take the inhibitor down. But we still have to see Fnatic use the Baron buff. Last time we said, can they do it? They didn't. This time they have to if they're actually able to close out this game.
Yeah, let's take another look at this, because they know that Olaf is going to be able to pop his ultimate and run straight into the Baron for a steal when it gets low. So as you said, Smithy, they immediately turn, go for the kill on Naran, but Olaf still gets in there, and he got it very, very low, 760-something health there. In the end, though, they focus him down, kill off.
Ragnarok, and Illusang just caught out entirely on his own in the bottom lane. Great teleport from Stark. They collapse, and EVOS get a kill.
Again, they're going to try and push the min wave as quickly as possible, but they would need theirs to get there to take down the Nexus turret. This is such a big threat, though. Fnatic don't have a lot of time to...
1OP in the front line. Elder Drake goes down, and now it's a 4v5 with Elder Drake on EVOS.
Elder Drake doesn't help you recall faster, though, and he's still attacking.
Look back in the base. Caps is getting destroyed by Stark. Able to get away for the time being. Actually gets the GA out as well with a Hemo play. Caps heals up. The fight in the mid lane erupts, and Caps kills Stark in the base.
Even with the Elder Dragon take here for EVOS, they kill off Stark, the big point man for this team. So
a star is definitely going to lose. We've had excellent plays everywhere. Finally, we get the focus on what happened on the top side. It looked like it was going to be a great start, but watch the Hemo play healing here. First, the Tides of Blood. While he's already there, the turret shots add up, and then healing comes through, and sadly, no way to win that for Camille.
Definitely a lot of turret shots. All right. Baron number 3 here now.
1OP engages off towards the bottom side of this fight, but Caps there. Once again with the Sanguine Pool, Azir puts up the wall. Stark split pushing in the bottom lane. Have to keep our eyes on what Stark is doing in these fights. Broxah able to escape, but Fnatic started the Baron, have to walk away.
Now, without the Baron empowered recall, Stark is going to have a lot more time this time around, and Evo starting it up.
Caps is going back though, does have the teleport because he switched with that Unseal spell, but Yijin low. Fnatic can fight forward in the river here. Hylissang trying to jump on Reckless.
It's all about clear calls back in the base though.
Hemo play from Caps once again. Stark so low, and Caps just needs the Tides of Blood. Seredius comes out as well. There's the Hecate ultimatum. Stark dies, and Fnatic start the Baron. Towards that bottom lane by Caps. Stark, they're trying to catch up. Caps pops the Sorelius. Broxah in here with the pillar as well. Stark gonna get knocked up by the axe. The redemption comes out as well with the Sterax. The healing, the redemption, the Hemo. Is it enough from Fnatic to kill the unkillable Stark? Still alive, but eventually he falls in 1OP. Then has to flash away, trying to dodge away towards Yijin as well. But that's a double for Caps. Yijin, the new target here for Fnatic as they look to close this one out. Slay low, caught out towards the top side. Reckless there as well.
They're going to continue pushing here. Baron up. Powered Fnatic.
It's a quadra for Fnatic. But Reckless steals the Penta. The reverse of yesterday. Reckless says that one's mine. That one's for yesterday. And Fnatic will eventually close out the game. They'll take down the Nexus Towers, and they'll take themselves to 3-2 at MSI.
Finally, they found a way to punish the top laner. Stark finally caught by a good teleport in. This time was Soaz in lane. Vladimir joins. Vladimir closes the game with a quadra. And Fnatic do pick up the win, even though it was a long, winding journey to finally get there.
Yeah, this year we've seen so much 5-on-5. It's really fun to see a well-split map. EVO's committing to it for so long, getting in that time. They also have the Kazakhs as their jungler, so there's a lot of damage that they could bring to brunt in that matchup. However, Khan, this is your time to shine. There have been questions at this tournament. You know, the Vladimir play, very questionable. And now is his time to really show up.
From level 6 onwards, the threat is massive. And I mean level 6 on the Kazakhs, because suddenly Kazakhs and Galio can join you when you think you're just going mano a mano. These range supports are not, and it's why when you see that matchup, you on the first side say, okay, priority King Zone, but the ganking potential is certainly there for Flash.
Yeah, and Peanut using his priority early on to get both Scuttle Crabs here, and then returning to clear out all of his small camps. So trying to keep Mujin corralled in their side, and a lot of vision has been laid by Kings. It's hyped up as, oh yes, super exciting counter, because people want to see Yasuo played, right? But you also need to think about a lot of the pressure does come from kill pressure, and where's the jungler, or where's the Galio ultimate? Those are the things that Kingzone are really going to have to account for, because we're approaching the level 6s coming in, and the ultimate's becoming available for them to use.
A lot of pro players have actually and have spoken to me privately, some skepticism about still counterpick being used after Yasuo many moons ago got Galio's coming too.
Mujin waiting in the wings. You have to clear out those minion wave, though. 5-6 minions there. Mujin will catch on to Khan, trying to get the isolation damage down. Pops the Void Assault as well, but here's the TP in from Prey, and Flash Wolves respect.
Yeah, so much gain here, though. Flash Wolves, they push him off of the cannon minion wave. The cannon minion will go down. The tower takes damage.
Oh, Flash Taunt doesn't quite connect onto Khan, but tower in the top lane. It's a switch. Usually we see Flash needs it. He's more than willing to sacrifice himself to help out the squad.
I think we might have alienated a lot of our viewers who like some solo Q Lee Sin, but let's talk about the mid lane here.
Oh, here we go.
Teleport in from King Zone here, trying to catch on towards Flash Wolves as they use the Herald. Khan there in the front line, but Betty can just open up. And King Zone will use the teleport to stop the tower falling in mid.
Yeah, Betty there just forcing them off with a few autos from the Kog'Maw. His Rage Blade is done, so you definitely have to respect it. Here goes Mujino flanking around.
They know Khan doesn't have flash, but they can still look for the damage. Prey there on the front line. There's the wind wall to stop Prey. Takes a bit of a chunk from Betty in return, waiting for that next minion wave, but it's all the way back in base at the moment.
You can tell how frustrating it is for Kingzone playing against the wind wall. Betty on the Kog'Maw gets this.
What are you going to do? And that's basically the theory here. Very interesting to see how Kingzone play around it. And it does vindicate going fully into the Bramble Vest, the Frozen Mallet. Khan is basically saying, I need to be able to at least wave clear next to the Yasuo, if not be able to kill him.
Yeah, and the mobility boots also completed.
Prey.
Oh, there we go.
Prey caught out in the front line, managed to get healed with a wild growth, but that is burst blood to Mujin. And Flash Wolves get the latest burst blood of any MSI.
He tries to take the standing damage trade. Prey can usually calculate these. He's not able to in that case. The Knight's Vow definitely doing a lot of help, and the Devour was held onto the entire lane.
Galio ult is available if Mujin jumped in.
Khan's chasing off Hanabi off towards the top side of this. Prey trying to dodge around. Betty and Sword are pushing forward. Khan goes into Mega, has the blast cone, can look for the knock into the wall. That's exactly what he's going to do. But a great devour from Swordite keeps his AD carry. Slow gets away. Yasuo in the front line gets two, and it's a great fight for Flash Wolves. Kingzone are dethroned here by the Flash Wolves. It's 4 for none.
That's going to be the Baron. They can even take Infernal Drake all the way. It looks like they're splitting here for the objectives. Peanut is the only surviving member of Kingzone, and he just has to watch everything be taken off the map.
Coach Harai and Axine also picture-in-picture look on with disgust. We started all with chasing down the Yasuo, slowing him down, but he finds the last breath. It's on to Prey. That was all he needed. They go down, and so should battle.
Yeah, that's a little bit...
we need a buddy system here.
They decided to stop off for the Infernal Drake first. Now we're going to have attempt number 2, Swordart here to tank.
I'm pretty sure Maple's CP was cancelled by Peanut down in the bottom lane, so they didn't have the tank coming in. Swordart can tank it now, though, and that Baron is going to go over to Flash Wolves from a 1,000 gold lead a minute ago to 6,000 gold ahead. In Infernal and Ocean, 5 kills to Nick.
Flash Wolves looking so good this tournament. Take another look at how this started out. Like I said, they were always looking for the option of this Galio ultimate, and Mujin flanks around right behind them. They're able to get the huge knockup that is triggering the Yasuo. Actually, Hanabi got his own knockup right there. He had charged it off the minions and got it onto the priority targets.
And Khan actually, even though he jumped in with the W, with the E, he wasn't able to get any sort of wall stun as it looked like it was being set up for. But the setup for Flash was perfect. Their teamfight KDAs have been insane this tournament. Look at how much, and that Yasuo teamfight.
There we
Perfect
go.
example in Hanabi. There's the Gnar. Maple in towards the side, but a great pillar will separate him from the fight. Hanabi trying to dodge around, gets the last breath onto Peanut. There's a hero's entrance as well. Eventually Hanabi falls, and now Maple not in the best of spots, but Betty's on his way. The killer instinct from Prey onto Maple. Mugen kills Gorilla off towards the backside, and now Kingstones are the one who have to run away because Mugen is hungry for kills. Can't try to trade into him. Mugen eventually has to back away, but Flash Wolves are in such a good spot.
And with the Baron buff, they can easily push down this turret and the inhibitor turret.
They may not be able to end the game, but it seems like the last dagger through the heart might be one that kills off the hopes of Kingzone. Flash Wars really in the front seat to go 5-0.
Looking for that top spot in the group. 5-0 undefeated for the first half of MSI after being underrated by everyone who has stood in their way. Flash Wolves just need to knock down the Nexus to take the win.
Undeniably, Flash Wolves.
He says, oh no, you don't, you can't step up to me.
Lethal tempo, and the W active there gives a lot of DPS.
Maple stepping forward, a great double taunt. Mugen coming in from the side as well, and already Gorilla is down. Prey jumps in with the killer instinct, it's all on him. It's all on Khan. The knockback. Can Kingzone somehow revive this game? Betty jumped on BD, kills him, hero's entrance as well, and now Kingzone have been able to force Flash Wolves back.
Some heroic team fighting there. Huge move by BD to flash in and assassinate Betty. As surprised Gorilla dying with ult up, but Mugen, he's caught as well.
That's going to be the Guardian Angel down, and they should get the kill right afterwards. This is with an Ocean Drake up and 54 seconds left on Baron. Kingzone should be able to recover.
That's why you can never count Kingzone out. We say it every game. A single mistake is all they need to get back in.
Watch the replay here. The execution from 10,000 gold behind. If anything goes wrong, the game is over. I saw Gorilla pop, and I thought the game was over. I was guilty. They don't disconnect here. Prey first goes in. Huge Gnar ultimate from Khan. But the big story is Betty, watch, he walks away, sees that Betty is alone, instantly assassinates him. Sword Out for once, doesn't fully have his wits around him, and they actually turn it around.
Yeah, really good recognition there of the opening for
now tempo or control around Elder. That is definitely a win for Flash Wolves.
The one thing that does separate the two AD carries is the fact that Betty has gone pure aggression here. There's a QSS into Mercurial for Prey, so he's had to be a little bit safer. He doesn't have something like a Tahm Kench to protect him.
No Knight's Vow, no damage reduction on a Galio ultimate. Both of those are purely with Betty.
Yep, you're going to want to be more offensively minded when your support is the Lulu. Here we go, though.
Stuff dies real fast.
Quickly, that falls. Mugen's in the midst of it all. The hero's entrance. Look for the last breath knockup. Can't quite connect. Elder Dragon falls, though, and now Flash Wolves can try and take this fight.
They're going in.
Oh, man, torn from Maple, and once again, the mid lane steps up. Betty says, oh no, you don't, to Kingzone, and forces them running back to base.
Such a good initiation there. Mugen stealths into the middle. They get the giant Galio ultimate that zones the whole team off of the Elder Dragon, allows Flash Wolves to finish it up, and with the extra damage, they're pushing right down mid.
With the recalls, they're going to get at minimum this mid lane inhibitor. Love the play. Didn't need a smite to guarantee that Elder Dragon. Do they want more? BDD, 35 seconds.
Bot lane inhib is there for them if they want it. Should just try and take that one. I want to see them go back to the Baron. Close this out as well as you have played it up to now. You don't need to take a risk.
Kingzone now trying to keep them in sight because Flash Wolves have time, because the super minions will be coming soon. They need to work with the big minion wave they have top as their very temporary point of pressure.
I think it's YOLO time.
Well, teleport's coming in. It's YOLO time, as you say, for Kingzone. They've started up the Baron down to 3,000 HP. The Gnar misses onto Mugen. The Baron is going to fall. It goes to Gorilla. But can Flash Wolves take a fight? Can Kingzone somehow survive? Betty kills one in the backline. And Betty is just spitting out hell upon Kingzone. A triple for him. Khan survives, but eventually he will fall as well. And Flash Wolves are going to go top of the group.
That was such an amazing game, and Flash Wolves in the end completely ace Kingzone and finish it off.
A super well-deserved victory for the Flash Wolves. They were the ones that enjoyed the lead for the majority of this game. The better team for the majority of the game pick up the victory. There is no big comeback for Kingzone, and Flash Wolves are your favorites for MSI.
Flash Wolves, the Kingzone Slayers. 5-0. That's an incredible performance by them to take down the LCK champions.
Kingzone vacated a lot of this early game. They made changes thinking that we could beat Day 1, Day 2 Flash Wars, or Day 3 Flash Wars, had a new side, a new string to their bow. The Yasuo top lane completely stopped any sort of impact from the Gnar coming through from Khan. The top lane carrying Khan was negated.
Once a Yasuo main, always a Yasuo main,
Apparently.
my friend.
Apparently.
Doesn't matter how many tanks you play in between.
And if you're Flash Wolves now, you're looking at the second half of the tournament and saying, we're pretty unbeatable, guys. Like, maybe they can go throughout the entirety of the group without even dropping a game. There haven't been too many moments where you've looked at them and said, that was weak, that was poor, that was a mistake, and the enemy team just didn't capitalize.
I mean, they still haven't lost since they got to Europe, right? They went through Gambit very cleanly in the play-in finals, so Flash Wolves just keep rolling along, beating everyone in front of them. What is there to be scared of? They've beaten everyone here.
They beat everyone in the LMS, they're beating everyone at MSI, and they should be extremely proud of their performance today.
Kingzone, on the other hand, have had Day 2 where they really fell down, and now Day 3 has started off poorly for them as well.
Welcome back to MSI 2018, where I'm standing by with the one, the only, the legend Hasagi Hanabi. After beating Kingzone with the Flash Wolves and going 6-0, I have to ask Hanabi, in your rookie split, in your first international season, you take Yasuo versus Gnar, which is a good matchup, but you do it versus Kingzone. Tell me about why you took the pick and how you think you played in the game.
他说：“你现在是世界知名的 Hasagi Hanabi， 然后你打得非常好，然后这是你第一次打这么大的比赛，然后又是跟 Kingzone 打，当然选亚素去打纳尔是会是一个 counter 没有错，可是还是需要很多操作跟团战的考量才能打。那你那时候选的时候是你们是怎么想的？”
就当时选的时候，就教练希望我去跟他正面对线，然后亚素很康的对面的阵容，然后也有很多人不会打亚素这个英雄，所以我就去选他了。
So when we made the pick, our coach wanted me to play him heads up in the laning phase, and obviously yes, Yasuo is a counter to Gnar, and we think Yasuo is pretty good against our team too, and that's why we went with Yasuo and get the game.
It was that simple, apparently. It was an amazing game to watch, and you guys are now absolutely undefeated. You are 5-0, rather, in the group stage of MSI. Why is it that the Flash Wolves are so good? What do you think is the reason that you are the best team and better than any other team here so far?
所以目前的那样表现得十分好，那目前是5胜0败的状态。那你们表现得非常强势，那你觉得你们是什么地方做得特别好，就是让你们就是领先群雄呢？
就因为我们前2天都连胜嘛，然后大家气氛都非常好，所以都打得非常的放开，就不会限制自己，就是想办法打的，就是一直去进攻。然后这版本就是进攻很重要的版本，所以我们就很顺利的赢下来。
So we have like 2 days of full straight wins, so that kind of boosts our confidence and also help us get loose. Like we're not afraid of anything. We're ready to make plays. We're ready to play aggressive. And this meta, I think, being on the offense is more important, and that's how we're on a roll right now.
Okay, fantastic so far. Congratulations, Hanabi. Fantastic.
In Seoul. Every single split, we would see him play it once. Every single time, he would find a win. And it is one of his big comfort picks, and he's bringing out today against RNG.
And it's going to be about getting out of lane, getting out to those side lanes, finding success, and perhaps then they can play more around the bottom lane with the Braum, having that gank assistance, perhaps punish any aggressive play that did come out from RNG's bottom lane, who has been punished an uncharacteristic amount throughout this tournament. While they did fare very well against Fnatic last time, they have been struggling in a lot of their other matchups. So I've got a lot of faith in Caps based on how he's been performing this tournament, but when you play Aurelion Sol, I feel like the game is about Aurelion Sol. It's about how you can affect the map.
Well, that's great, because all of Fnatic's games have primarily been about Caps. So this leans exactly into the member that has been stepping up and has been performing well. Now, of course, as it stands, Fnatic's record at 3 wins and 2 losses has them in 2nd place. They own the head-to-head with Kingzone. Of course, if they take down Royal Never Give Up, they will balance that out. They lost the first game, they'll have a one-on-one, and as we get closer to the last few days, set ourselves up for potential tiebreaker scenarios. Making sure you are at least 1-1 sets you up well. Azael, there's no room for error though. So what can we expect in the early game? Who should we be looking at and why? From Ming, Asol's going to join the party in a moment. Broxer is in range. Caps was able to use that comet to escape for now. Now we're going to run into Xiao, who flash forward. The Rune Prison locks down Caps. Star Surge will not find the stun, but there's enough damage. Broxer's looking to chomp down Xiao Hu. Hillesang manages to zone away MLXG and Ming. First blood secured. Rocket Jump comes out from Reckless as MLXG defensively flashes away. Now on the re-engage. That's one back for RNG. Fnatic bit off more than they can chew, and China fights back.
Reckless not expecting the turnaround there, just jumping forward into 3 members. The immediate turn, all summoners blown. They blow up Reckless, and RNG turns in what was looking like a disastrous play into a good one.
And you can just hear the eruption of the crowd. We are split down the middle right now here in Berlin as RNG find themselves 2 quick kills as an answer.
Oh, very nice collateral damage from MLXG. Gets him out of range of stun. The Voice of Light is still available for Caps. If Xiao Hu goes low enough, he's gonna get bursted down. Caps unleashes the heavens. It's not done yet. Look at the top lane. Brox and Bwipo looking at double team. Let me flash forward into a decimating smash. 200 HP
Caps is coming up.
Left to burn through. Caps can come in. The Comet of Legend. He's flying high. Where's the Star Surge? Not going to be used just yet. Popped at the end, and one last tag. Fnatic take the lead.
Caps is just everywhere in this game. The early Smithy Boots fights on the bot side.
It's not done yet. Reckless gets burst out by Uzi and Ming. The engage shuts him down. Hillesang's running to the tower. He's going to get burst out by the Featherstorm. Tries to get some CC down in reply, but Uzi shuts him out.
It's typically China that is known for their aggression, but it is Fnatic that are coming to play. Yeah, RNG are no slouches either. Kills across the board, fights all over the map, and it is both teams that find themselves with 2 quick kills.
Yeah, so here it is again. Caps playing this so patiently. The roam coming up from Hillesang. RNG spotted him on the ward. They try to retreat, but this is just beautifully played by Caps. Hillesang tanking it up, and Caps able to finish off the kill. And then at the same time, 2 members on the top side correcting on Like,
yeah, and then you have the ability of Caps to just very easily roam up towards the top side. We talked about when you have an Aurelion Soul, one of his great strengths is his ability to roam, and if he can just come in and join these ganks, that's an easy way to pick up those early kills. Now, Reckless, he steps a little too far forward. Ming with another fantastic punish, and unfortunately for Reckless, he's not able to proc his jump in time, allowing RNG to find themselves 2 easy kills.
Yeah, that was actually a pretty careless play by Reckless. He walked forward into the feathers and got rooted, which guaranteed the grand entrance there, and he is disappointed with himself on that one. You cannot walk forward into the Xayah like that.
He has flash available, he's not used it yet. Gonna try dash out to the side. The charm from the quickness! Caps manages to escape for now. Unbreakable will need to be used a few seconds longer, and Hillesang's ultimate can come down. It needs to be massive. It needs to save Fnatic. Teleport being channeled by Whipper from the base. He's going to arrive in the fight. Pillar comes out from Broxer after the flash. The re-engage. Broxer chomps down Ming. Uzi's stunned. He's going to get chunked out as well. Reckless takes him down. Gets the reset. Has a rocket jump available. Jumps to the tower. Now Xiaohu's the target. Fnatic are looking for blood. Fnatic are looking for RNG's mid laner. And he's going to escape for now. The flash sends him out, but the tower may be opportunistic.
Yeah, they could get the bot lane turret here, and that was so beautifully done by Fnatic. They disengage, and they wait until RNG is fully committed. Then Whippo TPs in. He finds the re-engage. They get 3 kills. They get tons of summoners, and they will get first turret gold. Solo onto Reckless. He's back in the game.
Man, Azael, I'm going to need another play-by-play if these guys keep fighting like this. With a VCS now. 13 kills in 12. Indeed, let me just a bit overextended here. 4 members of Fnatic, correction, 5 members of Fnatic nearby. Caps will be the one that's gifted the kill. It is a minute before Dragon, 30 seconds, spawn timer plus Team P. So let me could get involved if Fnatic stuck around, but Baron is what's being sort of threatened, at least the vision for now. RNG pulling some of their resources
behind in this game. If they fight 2 and 4, they're 1 game ahead of TL, 1 game ahead of EVOS.
All right, let's take a look at this. The Realm Warp comes in, but it manages to equate to nothing. Teleport from Whippo. I can't quite see where he's going. The Celestial Expansion is tearing through RNG as Royal Never Give Up are fading backwards. Damage onto Hillisang roots him down. The Rune Prison into the Overload secures the kill, but Caps is forced to run for his life. Whippo's got no flash available, so he'll get turned into zombie mode, and Fnatic have lost the fight. MLXG secures the double kill.
And this is the team fight execution we talked about for RNG. They forced the fight in the middle lane. They're able to outplay Fnatic. They're now the ones on the Baron, but Broxa has flash.
They still have Feast available. Lemmy didn't even use it, so they have that Smite Feast combo. It's going to be hard here for Broxa.
Is Broxa going to try? No, he flashes in way too late. You're not going to be able to escape there. Caps tries to get some damage down with the W. Late to the party, RNG get Baron.
And just like that, RNG is right back in the game. They're only down 2,000 gold. There's a low top lane turret. They could close that completely. And here is the fight once more. Fnatic pretty spread out.
Yeah, you've got to keep your eyes on Uzi and his positioning because he's sitting on the back line. Nobody is focusing him down right now. Ming with another fantastic engage, and then Uzi is free to just constantly hit onto the front line. A fantastic feather call just rips through Hillisang, and with one of the major frontliners down, and Fnatic zoned out, sorry, Cap zoned out of the fight, Reckless just cannot output the same amount of damage that Uzi can.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, RNG just played
sitting with Hillisang. But against Baron and potentially a banner-empowered minion, it's going to be a little bit difficult. Whippo looks for the engage onto Uzi. Bit off way more than he can chew, and Xiaohu takes him down. Now against Baron, all of a sudden, Fnatic have to defend 4 versus 5. Half of the studio is alight as RNG are pushing down the mid lane.
You just can't try to catch Uzi out like that. This man had his ultimate. He still had the flash.
Yeah, and the fact that there's still, as I said, there's really no armor on the team. You have Uzi at 100% crit rate on the Xayah.
Oh no.
Oh
no. Oh no. Caps and Broxa are way out of position. Ming with the quickness shuts him down. RNG go fishing, and they find Fnatic's best member, but what can Fnatic do with the time?
Caps and Broxa were trying to set up a flank to get behind RNG as they were...
Baron is up. It is being started, and Caps is only spawning in a moment.
It's too late. Fnatic is not moving quickly enough, and the amount of damage on this team means RNG get a clean Baron.
RNG get as many Barons in this game as they did in the 5 previous games. Can Fnatic defend? Because as it stands, they are starting to 40 seconds off the Baron spawns, Elder Drake spawns. And Fnatic have got themselves 2 Elemental Drakes as well, so you don't really want to give that over. Fnatic have been able to shove the mid lane far enough that they're feeling bold. They're emblazoned, they're stepping forward, but at what cost? RNG are surrounding! Reckless gets away with the rocket jump, and Hillisang is already dead. The Realm Warp will deliver Let Me into the middle of Fnatic, and they are split up. Caps is running for his life. Let Me's going low, but look at MLXG. He's jumping in the back line. As it stands, Reckless survives for now. No real health lifesteal to speak of. RNG get the kill and they get away.
And they're looking for a fight here.
They are indeed. The quickness is available to Ming. Look at the Voice of Light. It's chunking out MLXG. He's going away. Elder's going in. Picked up by Fnatic. Now the fight needs to happen. Glacial Fisher comes down and Uzi gets knocked into the air. Fnatic are backing away. Minions are still pushing into their base. That's a root. That's a dead Whippo. He gets turned into zombie Scion mode, and Fnatic are running for their lives. Keep your eyes on Reckless. He's caught. He's silenced. He's feasted, but he's not dead yet. Finally, Xiaohu takes him down. Royal never give up. The quadra kill for Uzi, and Fnatic are dumpstered.
RNG find a phenomenal fight against Fnatic. They have the Nexus in their eyes, and they are looking for the 2-0 over Fnatic.
And Reckless without the QSS there, the flash route from Xiaohu deciding that fight, allowing Let Me to get in on top. Uzi flashing in, and that seals it.
Royal never give up, bounce back from an early game to take down Fnatic and own the head-to-head 2-0.
And I cannot praise Ming enough for so many fantastic fights. He was able to find so many key targets. He was able to have such a big impact. And RNG, after what was such a huge deficit, to come out and turn it around in such an impressive way. big win here for RNG.
And really showcasing just how good they are at team fighting. This was extremely impressive. Yes, they have played a lot of 1-3-1 games here, but with such a squishy composition, the margins are so narrow for mistakes, and they played it incredibly well.
If you turned the nameplates off and compared Ming's Rakan against TL.
Very hotly contested game, and after you guys got behind early, you and Ming played so enormously well in those team fights to get the win in the end. Can you tell me a bit about playing the team fights versus this composition and how you guys were able to win?
就开始你们有点劣势，然后你和明的配合特别好，然后所以说才慢慢在团战中取得一些胜利。然后你可以讲讲你怎么处理这些团战，如何去用这个阵容去取得你们胜利的。
我觉得就是在我们选择英雄的时候，就是选择到了团战非常强的阵容吧，然后也加上我们的，其实也算是我们就是经常玩的那种阵容，所以说可能会在团战中表现得更好一点。
So they were able to pick a comp that's really good in team fights, and this is a comp that they're really familiar with, so which gives them the confidence and ability to play out their comp in the team fights.
A lot of comfort this time around. You guys seem to have the upper hand over Fnatic now since Worlds, where you beat semi-final, now 2-0 in the group stage. Why do you think you guys are so good against Fnatic specifically?
就好像一直你们都对Fnatic 这战队有胜利，因为你们之前在世界赛也能战胜他们，然后这次又2-0了他们，为什么你们在面对 Fnatic 这支队伍的时候能取得胜利？
其实我自己感觉吧，每次打 Fnatic 的时候就是玩的会比较的幸运吧，就有很多事情都是非常好运的，然后让我们就是会很顺利的就是进行接下来的游戏。
Well, usually I think he's really lucky whenever he's playing against Fnatic. There's always those lucky things that they were able to get and to get them the victory.
Oh, okay. Finally, Uzi, you now have your first championship in the LPL, so a lot of people are looking towards what you can do at this MSI, also your first MSI. After playing all the teams and now playing them a second time in the second phase of the group phase, what are your expectations for RNG in the rest of the tournament?
那么也是你第一次拿到 LPL 的冠军，然后这次在 MSI 的话，在第二段的比赛，就下面5场比赛中，你觉得你们的目标或者你自己的期望是什么？
我在最开始的时候就是期望我们怎么说呢？就是我觉得我们肯定会进入到4强嘛，但是我现在希望的就是我们要努力一点，然后真的要拼命的去进到4强嘛，因为成绩不是特别好。
Well, so at first he thought that making to the semifinals is a pretty easy thing, but now he figured it's hard to get. So he will try to play his best to make to the semifinal first.
Okay, looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Uzi. Congratulations. Another win for RNG. Back over to
Can bully a GP a little bit. That's pretty preferential lane there. I think Karma can get the push, and when you're going into these tier banner builds, sometimes take over that lane as far as the lane pressure there. On the bottom side as well, a lot of it's going to come down to execution, but there's so much, I think, early power on the side of Flash Wolves that EVS is going to have to be very, very careful to not fall behind.
Yeah, and for EVOS, I'm looking at this as kind of like a pick composition. You have multiple engaged tools.
Traded in exchange for the flash and the ignite. Not done yet. A little bit of a stun from Aegian. Managing to get some damage down, continues to trade back and forth, down to 100 HP, defensive flash, first blood, picked up by EVOS.
Yeah, Mugen eventually just seems like he bit off more than could chew. Maple's getting pushed out by Warzone, and the plan was for Maple to be able to be the faster to roam, but Warzone blocks him out and they get first blood.
Rule number 1 of finding Skarner, do not fight him in his own territory. He was stood on top of Aspire. The bonus stats that he was able to gain off the back of it enabled him to out-trade the Tronder, who was only level 2. And Yijin is able to find the counterplay. You can see here, he secures it first, and then Mugen just stands inside.
Yeah, Mugen just too late to actually get back on the spark. He had claimed it previously, but as soon as you give it up, as you said, he actually pillared him into himself, and that's not a fight he could win.
Just a quick update, gentlemen, after that little boop from you.
Wave clear tool, but also his trading tool. It gives him a big shield. Every time the Hanabi wants to come up and farm, he's going to get hit by the Bella's Breath. And it just means that not only are you constantly trading into that many minions, but you're also taking all this damage from the Ornn as well. And that's why often you'll see the Gangplank struggle in the early game, but as things progress, it'll get a little bit easier.
EVOS is looking to try to set up a dive here. 4-man bot already, but GP ult does.
Oh, GP ult's available. Where is it? No ways! That's a double root! Managing to turn this around. Betty turns the 4v2 dive with the help of the cannon barrage. Warzone stuck behind enemy territory and will go down. Betty picks up the kills and they turn that around.
Yeah, that was the disaster dive there for EVOS with the GP ultimate available. Ron OP is the one tanking the turret. He goes down almost immediately, and Flash Wolves bot lane are going to get so much of that.
And you could see that EVOS, they were trying to be proactive. They wanted to get ahead of Flash Wolves before they were able to make this level 6 all-in play towards the bot side of the map, but the execution wasn't there. So initially, Slay takes a tower shot, RonOP is now tanking the tower, and he effectively just dies to the tank.
I don't think he realized he had turret aggro. He actually pulled the turret aggro with his W. He dropped it early, and I think he thought someone else was tanking and just really lost track of the situation there, and that is a very, very hefty price to pay.
That sucks.
From start. Definitely the case, and Yijin, unfortunately for EVOS, not able to find anything on the bottom side of the map, but he has everything available. Predator, Flash, etc.
Oh, okay, good. Stark manages to break down the pillar. Flash is available to him, needs to flash in, get over the wall, won't be able to do so. Mugen just finds him wandering through the river. An easy pickup and an easy kill for Flash Wolves to maintain the gold lead.
I think he was actively towards the bot side, but now that we see both Mugen and Maple roaming around throughout the river, this will give them an early Drake that will just enable Hanabi and Betty even more to keep looking for these laning trades.
And it sounds a little bit funny to say, but there's going to be a roam up to the top side, so we'll see if Hanabi can get out of this.
There's a flash for Hanabi, but I don't know if he's going to use it. Cannon Barrage comes down. Good double team, and this is something you guys talked about, how Warzone could put Gangplank behind.
Yeah, very nicely done by EVOS, and Flash Wolves at the same time. You know, it sounds funny to say, but they can be pretty happy sometimes with playing an extended laning phase when you have Gangplank who's going to be farming off of this Ornn who's going to be scaling up, when you have a Trundle who's going...
First Dragon, they also have secured first tower blood in every single one of their games. Yijin has found the Flash Impale, the tower will fall in the backside, but the call of the Forge God comes down. Will EVOS win the team fight? The damage and the combo from the Flash Wolves is tearing EVOS apart. The first victim is Yijin. Stark gets taken down as Mugen chomps him out. Hanabi's able to flash for safety, and look at that Pillar of Ice. It slows down 3 members of EVOS. RonOP gets Realm Warp to safety, and EVOS escape with 3, but they lose the tower and 2 of their members.
Man, Stark played that fight as well as he could, but it was Hanabi that was ripping the backline apart of EVOS. They tried to force a fight because they recognized, hey, we need to go for something, and we can get a good fight set up here with Stark coming in from behind, but unfortunately, in terms of the execution and in terms of individual playmakers, it was Flash Wolves that were able to come out on top.
Yeah, the Black Shield was missing from Slay. You can't allow that Jhin to get caught like that when you're investing into all this move speed, when you're investing into that Morgana Black Shield for that pick. You need to keep him safe. He got comboed by Sword Art. You lost 89% of his HP, both defensive summoners. Your 80 carry is out of the fight. You now cannot win, and he cannot re-enter because of the threat of someone like Betty or Maple just killing him in one hit.
In the blink of an eye, it feels like a 4,000 gold lead. And this is exactly the composition of the strengths we're talking about.
And just watch the combo here onto Slay and RonOP. The Black Shield was used on Skarner. They both get caught. Look at Slay's health. He already has to heal. He has to get out of there, you know, for committing those summoners. And when you're this low, you just can't re-enter the fight. How is Stark supposed to have that assistance, you know, when he is pushed that far back?
And you can see Hanabi, after all of the initial work was done, he's able to just clean up a lot of the backline fight. And it was just like a 3-man knockup. It's on Warzone is definitely unique to me. We talked a lot about how mid laners value the sorry?
Race car noises.
Race car noises. That's the main reason. Now, Hanabi in some danger.
It is indeed. Yijin and are going to be able to combo with Warzone. Take down Hanabi.
The long-awaited question has finally been answered. Who would win in a fight, a pirate or a scorpion? Turns out that if a magical wizard gets involved, very easy win in favor of EVOS. Gets them an extra kill on the board, and so here. I don't know if they have any idea.
No, I think they have no idea. They're actually just doing Dragon. The great, we're seeking a dragon. Well, unfortunately for them, on the other side of the map, yeah, this is just probably going to be Flash Wolves.
Oh, now they're a question mark. They're like, wait a minute.
Kudos to Flash Wolves. Slay is nearby, but Baron is already going to get secured here. Smite comes down. I held my breath for a moment. But 20 minutes and 47 seconds in, Flash Wolves read the map flawlessly. The grand entrance into the quickness. Warzone's in trouble. Pillar of Ice slows down the escape as the Subjugate is removing the resistances. Ron is not so OP when 4 members drop on his head. and Flash Wolves are setting themselves up to go 6-0 in the group stage.
Yeah, and I mean, the minion wave is already prepped on the top side. They already have this huge lead. The Baron buff minions is going to mean they're going to get the outer tier 1. They're very likely going to go straight into the tier 2.
Well, the Flash Wolves are playing right now.
Well, take a look at that. Yujin's going to bring the Impale back. Sword Art takes a lot of damage. Enough for Yujin to close out. The Realm will send Warzone into the middle of the fray, and the target's Hanabi. He gets taken out. Call of the Forge God from behind. EVOS will not go quietly into the night as they shut down Maple. That's the 4th of the fight. Baron buff and the Baron power play will be impacted. But a reminder that EVOS are still 6,000 gold down. That was a great team fight, but they need a whole lot more.
But that was still a huge team fight, Quickshot, for EVOS. The fact they find 4 kills onto a Baroned up Flash Wolves who had such a big lead will give them so much more momentum coming back into the game. Think of all the towers they'll be able to pick up, and they might even look for a kill onto Betty.
Well, they're going to try. Bella's Breath he's got himself a flash. He's got quickness available. There's only 1 black shield on the side of EVOS. The inhibitor may just go down. There's sort of insta-flash from Slay. Stark manages to get the Call of the Forge Guard down, but it's not going to be enough. The feathers fly, called back by Betty. Stark will be falling after. The inhibitor's the next target is now Slay. Flashless gets run down. This is looking like an ace for Flash Wolves. The shutdown onto Warzone. Ron OP gets knocked up into the air. Flash Wolves are going to consider the dive into the Fountain Tower. Ron OP's healing up, manages to survive. Not long enough. It's an ace for the Flash Wolves and the base to determine the game. The Nexus turrets are falling, and just as the Baron buff times out, Flash Wolves remain undefeated at 6-0. Flash Wolves take down EVOS.
It was competitive through the early game, but it was Flash Wolves that take over in that mid-game. 20-minute Baron, a master stroke here, was not spotted by EVOS until much too late, and they played their composition extremely well.
As they always said it, the team composition from Flash Wolves, it had this gigantic spike in the mid-game. 1 and 2 items. Flash Wolves used that exceptionally well.
In team fights, but if you're held down, often you're too close to the action, you're knocked up, you're CC'd, and you become worthless.
And I feel like that's going to be Kingzone's game plan, because during the regular season of the LCK, they were the most dominant early game team. They were the ones that found those early advantages largely off the back of a pushing mid laner and BDD working with Peanut to invade the enemy jungle. And once they found those early advantages, they so effectively snowballed the game. Their composition is so reliant on having advantage in the top side of the map, advantage down the bottom side of the map, that if they fail to find these early leads, it will be Kingzone that fall behind, and Team Liquid have the mid to late game to turn things around.
Yeah, I mean, they have an incredible early impact because he actually used this under Spellbook, so this could be bad for Liquid.
Weaver's Wall hasn't been used yet. Ole doing his best to block the damage. He's the first to go down. Kingzone get first blood. Turn to double if the Rend may just be the final kill. No, it's a threaded volley. A beautiful dive.
That is how you execute a dive this early on into the game. They were very aware that Pobelter was
rallying them. Gorilla will start taking the aggro. He goes straight in. This is honestly pretty well played by Doublelift and Olay, but look at Gorilla. Tanks as many tower shots as possible, then is immuning the tower shot through that ultimate from Prey. There's just nothing that Gale can do. It's too well executed.
You just have to hope that Kingzone mess up the dive and you can punish it, but the fact that Olay wasn't level 6, the fact that Doublelift didn't have his heal, like...
Gorilla's going to deliver Peanut to Doublelift and Olay. Flashes are up for the Team Liquid bottom lane, but here comes Khan. Hextech ultimatum is issued and Doublelift is already killed. That's the 3rd of the game, and Olay's running for his life.
I feel like this was a huge misplay from Team Liquid. They had to recognize that there is a double global on the side of Kingzone, and the fact that you're staying in lane that far up makes it very easy for Kingzone to find 2 easy kills.
As it stands, Kingzone are just accelerating ahead. 13 minutes into the game, the gold lead goes up. I'd like to inform you that if you are a Flash Wolves fan, you want Kingzone to win this game. If Kingzone do, then that means Flash Wolves will clinch. Stats team has informed me. Starting to reset. Ball of the Forge God comes up. That's a slow into a 2.5-man knockup. Khan is already dead. Pobelter gets the kill. Impact is sent to safety, in fact. Now in a 5-on-4. The Mountain Drake is the target, but this Rend stacks for days. Picked up by Kingzone. And a kill for Team Liquid.
Credit to Team Liquid, they played that fight exceptionally well. A good engage from Impact with a follow-up pillar from McSmithy allows them to shut Khan down. But I feel he didn't even need to be in that fight. I thought Kingzone were going to keep playing on the side lane, keep the pressure, but now they have mid-priority and they're looking for a pick.
Oh, the shove hurt so badly. Realm Warp delivered into the mid lane. Whoa, that's a kill! Not the one I thought though, it's Oli that goes down. Gorilla is chunked out as Prey flashes to safety. Paybelter was looking for him, but Lab's respite keeps PDD and Peanut alive, and Prey escapes with a sliver.
Yeah, Prey barely surviving there. The last auto in the air from Double Lift as Gorilla scoops him up and brings him to safety. And, you know, while TL get a couple of kills, they lost the Dragon. They lost the top turret. They're losing pressure, and, you know, this is well done here by Olay, stopping the Tilly ultimate from coming in, you know, stopping them from getting cut off. TL plays this fairly patiently, and then Khan, he split from Peanut, and that is the key thing. You need to have Kindred on top of the member who's being focused for that Lamb's respite. He is not in position to do so. They focus him down, they back off, they can grab the honey fruit, but the spears are in the Dragon and it's already Kingzone.
The thing is for Team Liquid is after they'd used a lot of engage tools, they didn't feel confident enough for the re-engage, and then they'd never gotten mid-priority given that Kingzone zoned them away, and they do not want to give up this tower for free. So, oh, we see another pick and moo, he's dead.
That could be fair.
Yeah, because the thing about split pushing is one of the harder compositions to execute because it requires, number one, you get him
might be caught out.
This fight.
It is indeed. Smithy forced to flash defensively. Khan's coming in from behind. Follow Probelter and Double Lift. Double Lift's going to get caught in with the Hextech ultimatum. Ole goes down. Double Lift follows. Nobody from Kingzone dies. A flash over the wall from Gorilla. And it's going to be a kill onto Impact with the Devour. In fact, secured by Prey. 3 members of Team Liquid down.
Just as I'm about to praise Kingzone for their ability to split push, they group up, they find a fantastic fight. A good flank from Khan enables a huge team fight win, and Kingzone are going to crack the base of Liquid.
Just a master class in League of Legends. Kingzone from minute 1 were playing in Team Liquid's face, and now they're looking for the base. That's the inhibitor turret. After there's a trade of kills, Prey has gone down. In the end, Smitty will fall as well as Probelter. The inhibitor turret, the inhibitor as well. 12,000 gold up. The base, maybe the back of Team Liquid is now broken.
It's a monumental lead, and Baron going to be up in a minute. Smithy just trying to farm his jungle here, but getting caught pretty far up, and this is such a disorganized team fight for Team Liquid. Smithy is essentially chunked out before it starts. Ole taking so much damage. Pobelter is not there, and Khan comes in with the flank onto Double Lift. So while this is, you know, team fighting team here for Double Lift, you need to be organized as a 5-man squad. Kingzone is going to thrive in these messy fights where they can come at you from multiple angles, and they are just doing it so. Start the Baron, they can dictate the fight if they do that, but they're looking right now.
All right, Call of the Forge God comes out, despite the fact that Khan is caught up in the back end. That's a great pillar of ice. Gets caught with a Hextech ultimatum, but Double Lift is able to pick up the kill. Now it's a 5-on-4, but BDD is bursting Team Liquid down. Even in a 4-on-5, Kingzone with the huge gold lead seem to be winning.
Team Liquid, they seem to be stuck between a rock and a hard place right now.
Impact doesn't go down despite the seismic shove. Team Liquid are still looking for some sort of engage, but they don't have any more tools. Their ultimates are on cooldown.
Yeah, they're corralled. They need to wait for their cooldowns to be back up once Double has his W, but Peanut is actually showing on the other side of the map, so this is a potential 5v3 if they can find the right fight, but it's so tough.
Oh, look at that shove again. Impact is so low. Gets the shield from the Bellows Breath.
Peanut will take the base.
He has already taken the tower. The inhibitor's going to be next. All Kingzone are doing a buy time.
This could actually be the game if they keep getting delayed here. Peanut could just continue to push, and finally they're going to get some people back to base, but that means Pobelter's probably going down.
Definitely goes down there as Zale. All right, Double Lift was able to complete the recall. He can defend for now, but the top inhibitor falls.
Oh no, Team Liquid, they're falling apart right now. Kingzone, they're going for more kills.
Oh, another perfect seismic shove. BDD has consistently landed those spells. 6, 0, and 4. The kill will be secured. That makes it 7 for a godlike.
Just so well handled there by Kingzone. In this tough situation, they lose this is their last hope.
Kingzone looking to shut down Team Liquid, and here they go.
All right, let's see how this goes. Call of the Forge God goes completely the wrong direction. That's not what you want to see. The Glacial Fissure comes down, and Team Liquid are routed. They're running away for their lives. The Hextech ultimatum locks Impact in place, and the kill is not yet secured. The Nexus falls. Kingzone have sole control of second.
And a very dominant game overall from Kingzone. They drafted a comp where they needed an early game lead, and they found it.